So I have my data here, and I've already typed it to save time, and I'm going to show you how to edit it and remind you how to use these features. So I would like to turn the text wrapping on for these header cells. So I've selected the cells, and I'm going to turn the wrapping on. And I like to have things centered, so I'm going to click horizontal center, and I'm going to click um, vertical center. So I have, again, I don't like it when the text's cut off. So you can see here, things are a little cut off. I'm going to put my cursor in between the two columns up here at the top between the A and the B, and I'm going to drag it to make it wider. Now nothing is cut off. So the formula. So to do a formula, you hit the equal sign, sum, and then open brackets, select the range that you want. So I can see I'm dealing with B3 to B7. Close it, and there it is. And the best thing about formulas is how you can save time. So I'm going to paste it, and you can see it's updated at one row over. So I want to figure out the average for each part of the trip. So equals average. I select the range that I want, and there I'm going to, again, I paste it, and you can see that it moves down one row. So just to remind you how to change the formatting, here I have my start time. So I need to make sure that that's in, the time of day format. So under format number, I have time. And if you want to here it is, hour, minutes, AM, PM, and there you pick it up. And then, for example, here I don't want a lot of rounding. I just want one decimal place. So I'm going to select that, and I'll go to format, number. You can see there's percent, there's accounting. I'm going to go to more formats, custom number format, and I'm just going to have 0.0, which means it'll just give me one decimal place. And I apply that, and you can see I only have one decimal place. So that's sort of the basic. And if I want to, do some borders and shading, the tools are up here, and I can select whatever style I want. It's your design. Okay, so here's so I know that on day one, my trip took 24 minutes. I don't want to just copy out 24. That's a bit of a no-no. I actually want to link it, because if it turns out, oh, I want to make an adjustment, I want to add an extra day or something like that, I'm going to just click the equal sign, and I'm going to link exactly to that cell. And it copies it out right away. Again, an equal sign, and then I click on the cell, and it is going to put that in there. And uh, it'll update it if I have to. If I realize, oh, it turned out that the walk to the bus stop was longer than I anticipated, I want to change it, you can see it has updated both. So now I'm trying to do a bit of a data analysis, and I want to understand how it's different if it is sunny weather or rainy weather. So I'm going to find an average, and the average is pretty much the sum divided by the number of instances. So I want to first find the sum of the days when it's rainy. There's no conditional average formula, but there's a conditional one for a sum and a conditional one to count it. So if we take the sum divided by the count function, it will give us the same thing. So I'm going to equal sign to let you know it's a formula. Sum if, that is, sum this up if this condition is met. So the first part of the field is the range to look for the condition. So I'm going to look for the condition in the ranges from C12 to C15. Okay, comma. What's the condition? Is it sunny? You have to put the word in quotation marks, and if you're spelling it, it has to be clearly spelled in the same way, or it will not count. So I'm looking for sunny, and what do I want to sum if it is sunny? Well, these numbers here under the schedule. So, oops, and there it is. So I'll just stop and you can see, okay, well, it identified the 24 and it identified the 22 and summed them together, but that's not an average. Hit the divide button, and now I'm going to count how many times does the word sunny appear. So sunny, so count if. I select the range and the term sunny, close it, and then you can see that it has averaged those two out. I'm going to copy this whole formula. I don't want it to be relative. So I'm going to, okay. So here you can see the formula. Now I want to make a little bit of an adjustment. So I don't want it to update the cells. So now I want to copy the formula and replace it with if it is rainy. So I've copied that text. I'm going to put it in here. You could retype it. I just use the cut and paste feature, and then I'm going to just put in rainy instead of sunny, and again rainy instead of sunny. And now you can see that the average is higher if it's rainy, which makes sense. Logically, that would be the case. So I go to Format. I want number. I just want one decimal place so it looks a little closer together. And so then you can easily make the analysis here, and it does that for you. And so that's conditional formatting. And as I haven't mentioned it explicitly in the instructions, I'll just show you. I asked you to insert a photo to demonstrate that you have that understanding. So go to the Insert, and then under Image, you have a couple of options. You can have the image take up the whole cell, but if the spacing isn't as important, you can just have the image displayed over all the cells, just like it's a drag and drop. So I'm going to image over cells, and I'm going to browse on my computer for an image. Here's my image, and there you go. You can move that around if you have to. So that was the last little skills checklist, was to have you insert an image.